really stinks of poo around here. Spring is here. It doesn't really look like it because there's nothing on the trees yet. But they've ploughed the fields. The lakes have come unfrozen. Phil's in front in the car today because we're going somewhere. We're going to a petrol station and we're going to drop off a camera to a lady that's going to like start motovlogging here in Germany on a Grom. Yay, more ladies! If Phil knows her YouTube name, then I'll put it on the screen. If not, then I'm afraid I can't. Maybe she hasn't even obviously started yet because she doesn't have a camera. That makes most sense, doesn't it? Ooh, careful! All the gravel's still around because I haven't picked it up yet. Jogging. Mental. Don't do it! It's bad for your knees and your ankles and your hips. It's pretty much bad for all your joints. You should do less impactful exercise. Or just sit on a sofa like I do. I have started exercising again. I probably said this in the last video. I've started lifting weights to get my booty big. Get my legs muscly again. I think it's working already. When I shaved my legs in the shower this morning, I could already notice that my calves had a bit more definition, a bit more muscle on them, a bit more pointy muscle rather than smooth nothingness. Yay! So that's after only probably, like 2 weeks of working out that I'm noticing a difference. I've been doing squats with like a 10 kilo, what's it called? Kettlebell, that's it. Lots of squats and lots of funny things where you like lie down with your knees up and then you lift your hips up and blah blah blah, lots of stuff. That's what I've been doing. Look, there's a lake. There's a little lake. It's not frozen. Looks pretty. Yeah, anyway, it's spring and that means that MotoGP starts soon. I am so excited for MotoGP. And Zarco this year is with KTM. Man, it's going to be amazing. He's probably going to start out quite weak in the season, and then I reckon as the season progresses he's going to be like, yeah boy, and he's going to go for it and it's going to be awesome. So I reckon by the end, that's my prediction, by the end of the season he will be like within the top 10 in quite a few races. But I reckon at the start of the season he probably won't be, because it's a new bike for him. Yeah, it's a sunny Sunday. Look at this, it's lovely, isn't it? It's only probably like 10 degrees. That's better than 0. I'll take that. I'll take that above 0 any day. Lorenzo this year is on a Honda. That's weird, isn't it? I find that completely mind-boggling. This road is terrible! God. In the time that I've been watching MotoGP, he's been on, what, Yamaha, I think it was? And then Ducati. And now he's on Honda. What is he, like a second Cal Crutchlow? Can't decide what he wants. I think he was on Yamaha for quite a few years though, wasn't he? It's weird that he's on a Honda. I don't like it. I find a lot of the MotoGP riders very, very likeable. I don't think he's very forthcoming with his personality. He like keeps it under wraps and is quite quiet. And sometimes I see that as him looking like bored. And I'm like, meh, bloody Renzo, winning races, don't like him. And it's not that I don't like him, it's that he just doesn't show his personality. And I find it hard to like him. Whereas like people like Marquez or Rossi, all smiley, and they show their personality a bit more to the camera, I feel. So we're going on a very, very country roundabouty route today to this petrol station. Phil told me that in Olympia Park here in Munich at the moment, there's this beaver who keeps like taking down all the trees somewhere in Olympia Park. Or is it English Garden? I've forgotten. Anyway, I really want to go see the beaver because I've never seen a beaver in my whole life. Man, this wind! The sound on this vlog is just going to be terrible, isn't it? Another tiny little lakey. Whee! Ugh, it smells like cabbage. I like to eat cabbage, but I don't really like the smell of cabbage. Kartoffeln zu kaufen. Oh, love potatoes. Where are the potatoes? I don't see any potatoes to sell. I'm coming back here if there's potatoes to sell. That doesn't look like potatoes, does it? They're bloody lying. Potatoes to sell, there's no potatoes. Sorry, my translation skills are completely shit, aren't they? It's not potatoes to sell in English, is it? It's potatoes for sale. It's so windy! Oh. It doesn't look windy because there's no like leaves on the trees or anything, but it's bloody windy today. Oh, and in new Red Renna news, guess what Phil went and did the other day? Oh my god, it's amazing. He bought me a second bloody camera, didn't he? bought me a second bloody camera. This means I'm going to have to find a way of mounting the second camera now. Like, I still got an old Drift at home. My old HD, not the S. I gave the S to Ollie so he can make some vlogs. I'll put his channel in the description so you can go check him out. My friend Ollie, he's lovely. Yes, I've still got my HD, so I've still got that one, and I was thinking for ages, how on earth do I mount it on this bike anywhere? On my Honda, I used to mount it on the bits that hold the mirrors. My language skills are terrible. Yeah, I used to have it on a clamp mount on the mirror bar. And I can't do that on this bike because the mirrors aren't on bars. They're on some weird metal contraption flat thing, which you can't put a clamp on. Thanks, KTM. So I've been looking online and I can get some stuff like a RAM mount. I probably said this in my last video that I need a RAM mount, but I can put a RAM mount on some of the screws that hold like the mirror bars that aren't bars to the bike. Look at that cute churchy. It's lovely, isn't it? It's tiny. The RAM mount clamp thingy majiggy for cameras, they cost like 50 quid. 50 quid? Do I have 50, well not 50 quid, 50 euros? Which is a bit less than 50 quid, isn't it? Or is it more? Yeah, so that means I could spend like 50 euros, but I guess Phil's bought me a new camera now, so that's like, in essence, that saved me a lot of money. Man, a new camera! And it's a new Sony. I didn't even say, did I? It's a bloody new Sony. It's amazing. Amazing cameras. I love these cameras because they've got the optical stabilizer, which you can see as I go like this, or as I jiggle around. The camera like doesn't. It's stabilized. It's stabilized. Such a nice picture to have on a bikey. Speed camera. You know, I completely forgot when we came back from Spain, our Spain tour. Phil put some heated grips on this bike, and I haven't even used them yet. When we use them, let's press a button. Come on. Brand new. Oh my god, it's called Jezn Wang. Jezn Wang. That's a bit like Jizzing Wang, isn't it? But not quite. Yeah, these heated grips have just warmed up in 5 minutes. They are amazing. They're Daytona ones. I reckon, and this is just my personal opinion after owning both sets, I reckon they are better than the Oxford heat grips, just because they warm up so much quicker than the Oxford heat grips, and I think they're cheaper, and I think that the little dial thing here is like much easier to use. My god, wind, my god. I feel like my bike's like leaning sideways. I can get my knee down on this straight right now. This is the trouble with not having hedges, Germany. So I released the other day a video from the Isle of Man, from when I went on there on holiday in like 2016. And it did a lot better than I thought it would, like in the views department. So obviously you guys quite like my Isle of Man stuff. So that makes me think, yeah, I'm going to slowly edit all of the rest of the 2016 holiday Isle of Man trip and slowly put that out on Thursdays as a Throwback Thursday thing every now and again. There's a lot of footage to go through. Those videos do take a long time to make, which is probably why I gave up making them when I got pregnant. Because I just did not have the energy to do anything. Pregnancy is terrible. If your wife or girlfriend is pregnant, look after her. Don't let her do any housework. Pamper the shit out of your girlfriend or wife. My god, pregnancy is horrible. Yeah, the Isle of Man video that I released got way more views than my little story about my granddad, although I did give that a weird title. Still some snow! There's some snow! That must be the last bit. Melt bugger off.